Hello and welcome to this next installment of the Go Do and Do Good program. I want to welcome you. I'm sitting in the back here, my apartment here in New York City, so I'll go ahead and apologize in advance for any noise. For those of you who've been to New York, you know that what we're up against. I think I have construction coming up here. I've got my dog moving around. Perhaps the super's going to walk out here at some point, but I wanted to make sure that I took the time to check in with you to see how you were doing. Listen, I want to remind you that I made this opportunity available to thousands of people. I knew about 10% would take advantage of that just from basic human behavior. And I knew from that I'd lose about another 50%. And then I knew from there it would just continue to dwindle down. My point in telling you this is that only a short number of people took advantage of this offer. And even out of those who took advantage of this offer, only a few of you still remain. So I want you to go ahead and acknowledge yourself. I want you to give yourself some gratitude and celebration for sticking with this commitment. It's not easy to do. It certainly takes effort. It takes focus. It takes motivation. And more than anything, it takes commitment to getting what you want. So please take time to celebrate that you made that decision and you're still here today. Listen, what does it mean to be a part of this Go Do and Do Good program? For me, it's about three things. It's about truly being focused. It's about two, being healthy. And more importantly, the most important part, it's about being purpose driven. So again, I want to really, really commend you on still sticking this out, still putting your trust in me and making the decision to do this or to go do this day after day after day. I know it's not easy. I know things are going to get you down. Things are going to get in the way. People, places, things will always try to rob you of your go-do, and I want you to just keep go doing. So listen, this last video that just relates to the daily journaling template is about my favorite subject when it comes to a tactical level is targets and hitting your targets. And what does that mean? Well, targets are essentially where most people start. Targets are the to-do list, the daily action items, the tasks. It's what most people get mired in, and it's where there's a reason why I left it to be the last part of the daily journaling practice. Again, we've gone through some really important chunks, like first and foremost, none of this could be possible if you didn't know what your purpose was. What is your definite purpose? And I hope that you're practicing that every day. I hope you're woodshedding it. I hope you're getting rid of those things that don't make sense. And I hope more importantly, you're practicing it every single day so it's really getting into your nervous system. Two, we talked about what your top three goals are. I hope again that you're taking some time to get rid of some goals that maybe don't inspire you, goals that you don't wake up too excited about on a daily basis, and instead you've replaced them with goals that you can't stop thinking about when you go to bed at night. I know that I can't. I know that I'm thinking about them constantly when I have no extra time. Those top three goals are at the top of my mind. Sorry, it's starting to rain out here a little bit, so thank you for your flexibility. I also want to just quickly walk through some of the other parts that we've already gone through. We've talked about your predictions. So again, Peter Drucker quote or Abraham Lincoln, depending on where you get your source. The best way to predict your future is to create it. So I hope that you're taking time each day to write a prediction. Perhaps you're waiting on a phone call. Perhaps you're waiting on somebody to reach out to you or a check to come in the mail. I know I used to write that when I first moved to New York, that, oh boy, I really hope that check's in the mail today or that wire gets sent to me today. Also, I want to make sure that you're taking time to get reconnected to your character. Who are you? What are your I am statements? What are they today? They don't have to be the same. Just make sure that they support the prediction. Make sure that they support your top three goals. And make sure, more than anything, they're really, really solidifying your definite purpose statement. In addition to that, we talked about going into, your obstacles for the day. Sorry about that. So what's getting in your way of reaching those top three goals? What's getting in the way? What's trying to rob you of that purpose statement? Make sure that you're vigilant. Make sure each day you're protecting your mind, you're protecting your space, your environment, your influences. Remember, those things can take down a top three goal in an instant. So stay locked into those. In addition to your obstacles, we went and we talked about, we're starting to talk about today, which is one of my favorite parts, is the daily targets. Daily targets, what are you going after? I set 3 targets a day, 3, sometimes 4, and I don't think that you should ever hit more than 4 targets. For me, just to use myself as an example, I'm always working on these top 3 things: my health and fitness, constantly. My health and fitness target supports one of my top 3 goals. One of my second areas I'm always focused on is my book or my 21-day program that you're all participating in, so thank you. Thirdly, I have another company, a training and education company that I'm really trying to get off the ground because, again, my life is about impact and purpose. So my third target generally has something to do with this other startup company that I'm a co-founder, an investor, and hopefully a visionary in. I'll also kind of save some room for a fourth target if I feel like I've got the time and energy to do that. And that's generally can be something around a project I'm working on with a client. It can be around, perhaps my another venture that I'm hoping to get into. And usually that fourth one I'm reserved for kind of an alternate. If I'm really doing a lot in a day, then that fourth one will come in and make an appearance. Now, what's the difference between targets, tasks, and action items? A target is the final destination for the day. It's not your top 3 goals, it's not your purpose, it's a final destination for the day. So I'll look at action steps and action items and tasks. What tasks do I need to take today to hit my target of health and fitness? For me, my tasks are things like drinking water with lemon to help pH balance my body, making sure I exercise, making sure I prime and breathe or meditate or do something that helps my inner game. Regarding my 21-day program, maybe it's reaching out. If you notice or follow me on social media, managing my social media presence and engagement is a task for me to hit my target for the day. I'll spend 60 minutes a day writing in my book or doing research. I'll spend 30 minutes reading each day. Those are all part of me hitting my targets for the day, and they're just tasks. They're action items that I need to take day after day after day to make sure I'm hitting my targets day after day after day to make sure that I'm hitting my top 3 goals that then support my definite purpose. I hope that makes sense. I apologize for the noise out here. I apologize for the rain for those of you that can see it hitting my computer screen, but I didn't want to miss out on an opportunity today. I wanted to make sure I kept my word to you. There it is again. I wanted to make sure I kept my word to you to support you, to provide you with ongoing context, ongoing support and coaching and feedback, whatever you need to help you go do today. And remember, once you're somebody who's go-doing constantly, I want to make sure you're focused on doing good for others. That's truly what it means to be successful, or as Tony Robbins says, to reach a level of mastery in your life. To reach a level of mastery means that your cup runneth over. And when your cup runneth over, I want to challenge you to do good for others. Doing good for others is where true fulfillment lasts in life. It's where it rests. It's where it lives. And so my goal for you ultimately is to inspire your go-do, but to really influence you to do good for others. On that note, I want to bid you the best day possible. Whatever's getting in your way, make sure you go do and get past it. And more importantly, do good for others. Have a wonderful day, wonderful night for those of you who are in other parts of the world. I look forward to our next coaching call. Email me, Talanya@talanyagary.com if you need anything at any time. And I look forward,